Hey guys, Lauren Losing here for my week 88 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, which I had on August 21st, 2013 at Massachusetts General Hospital with Dr. Denise G. I guess I'll just start with the numbers. My first appointment at the weight center, I was 269 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 245.5. Last week, I came to you after not weighing myself for 2.5 months with a big regain. So last week I came to you, I was 148. And this week I am 140.5. So that is a 7.5 pound loss for the week, which proves a few things. One, I lost a lot of water weight. Two, getting back on track works. And three, I don't know what else. Basically, my main points were that, you know, after you've been off track for a long time and you get back on track pretty strictly, it is like it's almost like that first week after surgery, or that, you know, first week of your pre-op diet when your body is just like so thankful, like, thank God, we've wanted to get rid of this. So yeah, I am extremely happy with a 7.5 pound loss. But I know that it wasn't, I mean, I know that water can make you, you know, water weight can make it puffy in your face too, but like I can tell in my face, in my jawline, my neck, my chest, like I can tell that I have lost weight, which is always nice. Aw. Cat hair. So what have I been doing this week? I stayed at or under 1,000 calories for the day. I did pretty much all meat and healthy fats, so I would have like some olives as a snack, cheese, olive cheese meat. I did some veggies in there. I did some really delicious like taco bowls, like taco salads. That's one of my favorite things to make and eat as a healthy meal. I just prepare 99% lean ground turkey with the no sodium taco seasoning. Prepare that, put them into like 4-ounce containers, and then I mix it with a little shredded lettuce and guacamole and fat-free chobani and salsa and taco sauce, and I mix it all together and it's so good. I have been really good about taking my vitamins too. I have like so many wrappers in my car. I was actually going to take a picture of it. I keep it like, I hoard little wrappers like next to me, and I was going to take a picture of it being like, vitamin game on point. But yeah, I've been really good about taking my calcium now that I have the chewy, like Starburst like version, B12, I take omega. I've been better about taking my medication. I've been really, really good with water. Sorry, that just was like, oh, water, thirsty. My area that needs improvement is definitely exercise. I exercised a couple times this week. It should have and could have been more, but you know, that's honestly, that's my biggest downfall in this whole thing, is finding an exercise routine that I can stick with, that I'm consistent with. So that has probably been my biggest downfall since surgery, so it's just something that I continue to work on. I did do my first mud run this past week, so I did it on Sunday. It was the Muck Fest for MS, so it raised money for multiple sclerosis. I did it with a couple of other weight loss surgery patients from Massachusetts and a couple of normies. So my friend Lisa, who I've talked about before, and then a guy named Randy who also had VSG. He doesn't make YouTube videos, and Lisa doesn't either, but his name on Facebook is Sleever Rand, I think. It was really fun. It was cold, and it really should have been called the Dirty Water Run, or the Dirty Water Fest, as opposed to the Mud Run, because there was serious lack of mud. I mean, there was some mud, but the obstacles really did not involve mud. It involved water. Which we were kind of discussing. We're like, okay, like, we understand, like, water as a deterrent, like, you know, if you can't do the obstacle, then you fall in the water, but there were a couple of obstacles that were literally, like, jump off this swing into 6 feet of water. And it wasn't like the last obstacle, like, whatever, I'm just complaining now. But, yeah, so I wish it had been more mud and less dirty water, but it was fun. One of us who didn't have I mean, he probably had just as much fun, but, Randy actually ended up hurting his knee, like, 30 feet from the finish line in the last obstacle. And it was probably one of the easiest obstacles, too, so I'm not, like, putting him down or anything, but when we were walking to, like, over to the event, we were all saying how, like, oh, like, I never hurt myself doing something difficult. It's always, like, I do this, like, big difficult thing and I'm fine, and then I try to walk straight and then I end up hurting myself. So that's kind of, we, like, jinxed ourselves. Him. So he actually he tore his MCL and he has to have surgery. So, like, it was a pretty bad injury. Other than that, though, it was a lot of fun, and I actually was able to run like 90% of it. There was like a quarter to a third of a mile, I think, probably between each obstacle. Some was a longer distance than others. It was through hills and through the woods and stuff. So that was a pretty good feeling, especially since I hadn't trained for it in the least. So to know that I was, you know, able to do that, felt pretty good, and definitely gave me a bit of the running bug again, and makes me feel very thankful that the weather has turned nice in Massachusetts. And actually, after I make this video, I'm gonna go for a run. So, what else happened this week? Not too much. I did have an NSV today, so yes, NSVs do still happen this far out. I had to do a training for work on restraints because, unfortunately, in my line of work, we do end up doing restraints. So they had to demonstrate a restraint on a child, and I was picked as the child. So, I mean, yes, some of that has to do with my height and that I'm short and I'm only 5'2", but I actually did this training at my very first nursing job with the same guy who was running it today, and, you know, back then I was over 200 pounds, probably close to like 230, and I definitely didn't get picked as the child then. So that was, it was funny, but it was pretty cool. Like, I was the smallest person there. Always kind of surprising, and feels good. Oh, so I've had, I didn't really have any requests to do a WSFA recap, cruise recap, so I really don't think I'm gonna do one, except to say that I had a lot of fun. There was zero drama, but I did feel like something was missing, and I feel like it's because a good amount of my people were not there. Not to say that I did not love meeting all the new people and seeing all the people, you know, who I had met before and hanging out with everybody, but for those of you who weren't there, you were definitely missed. Yeah. So, what else? I've been asked to do like another fashion haul video, another food haul video. I honestly haven't done that much shopping. I am in the same size, you know, this spring as I was last spring. So, I'm just in a different situation now. You know, this past year, for every single season, I've had to buy new clothes because I literally did not fit into my clothes from the previous year, or they were too big for me, obviously. And so now I'm just in a different situation, so I'm not going to be doing clothing hauls as often. I'm also trying to save my money. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get into that right now, but basically, you all know, or if you've been following me, you know that I live at home with my parents and that I would like to move out. But my parents are actually on vacation this week, and my dad calls himself my business manager because he pretty much is. So when my parents come home from vacation, my father and I are going to sit down and look into my finances and look into what I could afford for purchasing my own place, so as opposed to renting. So yeah, I need to be pinching some pennies. But on a different note, but that's not pinching pennies, I am going to Oregon the first weekend of June, which is also going to be Wafflepalooza 2.0. So I was planning on going out to visit Lindsay, Fly Girl VSG, sometime this summer. I was thinking maybe around July, but then I was like, well, if I could coordinate it to be a weekend, you know, the weekend of Wafflepalooza, then I will, which is kind of what I did. Well, it's exactly what I did when I went to visit Katie, Losing Weight Kate, or Katie VSG, last fall. I was planning on going to visit her anyway, and, you know, when I looked at a time to go visit, I just coordinated it with the Pacific Northwest Seattle meet and greet. So I kind of did the same thing for Oregon. So I am going to be there from I get in like a late Thursday night and then leave late Monday night, so I'm on a red eye back. So yeah, it should be a really fun long weekend, and I got an awesome deal on the flight. And because I don't have to pay for a hotel, it's a pretty affordable vacation. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all that's been going on. I'll look over. I mean, you know that I still shop. And I'm actually, so tomorrow, I am going to meet Amy Gets a VSG. She is in Boston for work, and she contacted me and asked if I could meet up. So I think we're going to be meeting up for like a nap, and then going to the Garment District, which, you know, that's my favorite thrift store. I think I still have like $100 in a credit for there. So maybe after I do some shopping, maybe if I get some good stuff there tomorrow, and I'm sure I can scrounge up stuff that I bought that I haven't shown on a fashion haul, but I don't know. We'll see if that gets together. And for a food haul, it's kind of same thing. I'll look around and see if there's anything food haul worthy, but it might be a few more weeks. So guys, thanks for watching, and until next time.